Uh, the aim of this session is to give you an overview of the Erasmus Plus program, its key actions, and explain you when the call starts and requirements for project proposals. Feel free to stop me anytime when you have some questions, and I'll be sharing my presentation shortly. I hope you can see my screen now, yeah? Mhm. Okay, so I represent National Erasmus Plus office in Kazakhstan. We are based in Astana, not far away from your building, actually, on Almaty 7th Street. So you're always welcome to our office. The presentation is really big. It's very content rich, but I'm not going through all these 68 slides. I'm going to concentrate more on the most important parts for you. So we'll start with 40 actions that any higher education institution in Kazakhstan is eligible to apply for. Then we'll go to some recommendations, and I'll be sharing some links with you as well. Just a few words about the program itself. I'm sure you have heard a lot about the Erasmus Plus program. It's a flagship program of the European Union, which has been operating for more than 35 years now. And currently, we are in the programming period 2021-2027. So the program operates in 6 year period. Next period will be 2028-2034. For this programming period, the Erasmus Plus program has set the following priority areas. These are inclusion and diversity, digital transformation, environment and fight against climate change, and participation in democratic life, common values, and civic engagement. Why is it important to know these priorities? Because when you apply for Erasmus Plus projects, you need to understand where the European Union is heading, so where it's moving and its priority areas for this programming period. Erasmus Plus program has its own classification of the countries. Here you see three countries, not countries, but the regions that are eligible to take part in the Erasmus Plus program. So we'll start with EU member states. As you know, we have 27 EU member states. They can take part in any action of the Erasmus Plus program. The second category is third countries associated to the program. We have 6 countries. These are the countries also of Europe, located in Europe, but not part of the European Union. But they are called third countries associated to the program, and they take part in the Erasmus Plus program on the same rights as the EU member states. All the rest countries, including our country, belong to third countries not associated to the program. And we have 14 regions in this third category. You don't need to learn by heart all these regions, of course. You should remember that we, Central Asia, goes under the region 6. So we are region 6. We have 6 countries here listed: Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan. So please make sure to know your region, because in any program guide or on the website of the European Commission, they don't name specific countries. They name only regions, eligible regions. So that's why it is important to know that we are the region number 6. So what actions are available to Kazakhstan and Central Asia? There are only 4 actions where we or you, higher education institutions, can take part in. The first one is international credit mobility, which is implemented within the key action 1. Then we have capacity building in higher education. We have Erasmus Mundus and Jean Monnet. And I'll stop briefly on each of these actions. So let us start with international credit mobility. We call it shortly ICM. So as the name already hints, this is a mobility project when Kazakhstan universities sign an agreement with European Union universities, and they exchange students, staff, and faculty. So for your students, it's a great opportunity to go to any European university who is taking part in the Erasmus Plus program for studies or for a traineeship, and it can last from 1 semester to 1 academic year, and all expenses are covered by the program, of course. For you, faculty members and administrative staff members, it's a great opportunity to have some to undertake professional development programs. It can last from 2 to 60 days. And of course, all the expenses are again covered by the grant. But here, I'd like to mention that you as individuals cannot apply for these grants directly because ICM is implemented within the agreements that Nazarbayev University has with European universities. In order to find out what mobility projects there are at your university, you need to approach your international department. I know that there is international cooperation department at Nazarbayev University, and NU is really active in ICM. You should have many opportunities. Projects, ICM projects. Another thing to mention here is that. Proposals for the ICM are submitted by European universities. Kazakhstan University cannot act as coordinator in ICM. Therefore, the task of any Nazarbayev University school and Nazarbayev University as a whole is to expand its partnership with European universities. The more you have partners from Europe who take part in the Erasmus Plus program, the more opportunities you have to take part in the credit mobility. In this diagram, you can see the numbers, outgoing mobility to European Union countries and incoming mobility when we receive students and faculty and staff members from them. Kazakhstan usually has at least no less than 30% of the mobility of the entire region, which means that our universities are really active in ICM. You can see numbers here, how many students were sent in 2022, 2023. And in this slide, you can see the general picture in the regional context. As you see, Kazakhstan has the highest number of share of the ICM projects in Central Asia. Now, among around 100, not 176 higher education institutions of the country are active in ICM, including your university. You're in top 10, Nazarbayev University, under the position number 10. You have 21 active mobility projects. So again, if you want to find out more about these projects, if you want to take part in this project as a faculty member, you should approach your international department. So that's it about the first component, ICM. Now we move to the second action. This is the most popular action among our higher education institutions, and it's called capacity building in higher education, or briefly we call it CBHE. So the essence, the key of CBHE projects is to implement some educational projects. Simply put, you form a consortium or with European universities, and there might be some regional universities as well from other Central Asian countries. And then you develop a project idea, write a project proposal, and submit to the European Union. If the project proposal is successful enough, you get the funding. Depending on the scale of the project, we have three strands under CBHE. So strand number one is called fostering access to cooperation in higher education. Within this strand, usually the following types of projects are considered. Let's say you want to develop a digital service for students with special needs, or you want to take some organize some training activities, training courses for your faculty or staff members, let's say on how to use AI in teaching. Such small scale projects are considered within strand number one. So this is a good start for newcomers. Let's say if your university or your school, NUSOM, is not very experienced in CBHE, you can start your Erasmus Plus journey in strand one. The duration of the projects under this strand lasts from 24 to 36 months. The total amount of the grant starts from 200,000 up to 400,000 euro per project. Next, strand two is more ambitious projects, more like large-scale projects. This strand is called Partnerships for Transformation in Higher Education. Again, the same duration, but the funding is a bit more, up to 800,000 euro. So here, let's say if you want to develop a new program, an innovative program, no matter what level, bachelor's, master's, or PhD, or you want to update one of your current courses or modules or programs, then you can apply this project under number strand 2. Strand 2 is called like Partnerships for Transformation in Higher Education, which means that in the consortium of Strand 2, it is preferable to include non-academic partners. Since we talk about the projects aimed at developing new programs or updating current programs, you should have the voice of your employers, because at the end of the day, your programs are aimed at meeting the standards requirements of your employers. Therefore, if you are going to apply under Strand 2, you need to include into your consortium your employers, a couple of your employers. Number 3 strand is the most ambitious projects. We call them structural reform projects. These projects should have a far-reaching impact. So it should have very, very broad impact. It should have impact not only on partnering universities, but on the entire national level of higher education. Okay, let's say you want to change some legislation norms regarding like medical education. So you want to have some tangible, very significant, far-reaching results. In that case, your project can go under Strand 3. And what is specific about this strand is that in the consortium of the Strand 3 project, you should have the Ministry of Science and Higher Education, because if you want to change something at the legislation level, then you should have a corresponding body. Therefore, the participation of the ministry in Strand 3 is like a must-have. It's a requirement. And of course, the duration of the project is longer. It can go up to 48 months, and the funding is up to 1 million euro per project. So when we talk about CBHE projects, you should bear in mind that at the stage of initiating your project proposal, you should select one of these priority areas. Depending on the topic and depending on the area of your project proposal, you should select one of these priority areas. Green Deal, everything related to climate, environment, natural resources, water resources, land management goes under Green Deal. Everything related to digital competencies, skills, AI go to under digital transformation priority. Then we also have sustainable growth and jobs, everything related to skills development, entrepreneurship, employability. And we have a new priority area, which is Global Gateway. This is a new initiative of the European Union. It also has some subdivisions like you see here, sustainable economic growth, digitalization, energy, water resource management. So once you are clear with your project idea, the second thing you should think about is the priority area under which you will be submitting your proposal. When it comes to participation of Kazakhstan universities in CBHE, you can see a very positive trend. Our universities are very active in this action. We in 2025 we had a record number of proposals involving Kazakhstan. We had 81 proposals involving Kazakhstan. 5 projects were selected for funding. And one project was selected with the coordination of a Kazakhstani university. Let me explain you here that any Kazakhstani higher education institution can act in CBHE projects both as a partner or as a coordinator. Being a partner means that you enter the consortium and execute your like obligations and so on and so forth. But being a grant holder, a coordinator, this is both a privilege and a huge responsibility, because being a coordinator means that you are a grant holder. You are the author of the project proposal. You consolidated all the information from your partners and you submitted the project proposal. In the current programming period, we have only 2 coordinators in CBG. among Kazakhstan universities. These are Serikbayev East Kazakhstan Technical University, and the second one is Walikhanov Kokshetau University. So far we have only two coordinators. But of course, it's up to you whether you want to act as coordinator or as a partner. As of now, Nazarbayev University has been only a partner. As far as I remember, you were part of CBG projects, 4 CBG projects, and in all these 4 projects, Nazarbayev University was a partner. But maybe it's time to think about being a coordinator. Yeah. So let's see the picture within the Central Asian context. The competition within our region is really growing fast. So in blue, you see the number of received proposals involving the country. Yellow is the number of selected proposals for funding. Green is the number of coordinators, and the red one is the instances of participation from the country. So as you might have noticed in this diagram, Uzbekistan is leading in this action. They have 26 selected CBG projects for funding, and they have 10 projects coordinated by the university, which means that the global competition in CBG is really big, but the competition within Central Asia is also very competitive. So in order to get the grant, the project proposal should be really, really strong and very like high quality. Here you can see the list of Kazakhstani universities that are part of projects in this programming period. We have the leading universities, Walikhanov Kokshetau University. It has 4 projects and 1 project with their coordination, followed by Al-Farabi Kaznu, Serikbayev Kazakhstan Technical University. So in total, we have 29 universities in this list. Um, Furthermore, you see the table with the actual projects selected for funding. I will not stop on each of them. All those hyperlinks, by the way, are clickable. So I think Lazat can share this presentation afterwards. And if you want to learn more about this specific project, you can click and you will see, like, you'll get more detailed information about the projects. So let's say Bernika, it's a medical project actually with the involvement of Asfendiyarov Kazakh National Medical University and Karaganda Medical University. The project is aimed at developing a program on nutrition, as far as I know, and dietetics. So it's one of the ongoing medical projects. Another project also with the involvement of medical universities is Edukatia, which was selected last year actually, with the involvement of Asfendiyarov Kazakh National Medical University and Astana IT. It's related to AI in training professionals. So that's it for CBHE. Then we have the third action, which is also like available for you. It is called Erasmus Mundus. I'm sure you have heard about Erasmus Mundus. It has 2 lots. The first one is Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters. The second one is Erasmus Mundus Design Measure. So what is the difference between these two? The first one is the implementation of a ready-to-go master's program. Let's say you have an international program, master's program, taught in English, to which you can accept international students. Then you can offer your master's program under EMJM. But if you do not have a ready-to-go program, then you can apply under Erasmus Mundus Design Measure, which is about developing a new master's program from scratch. Again, you form a consortium with the European universities and develop a new program, develop its admission rules, its marketing, its diploma awarding policy, and everything else. So that's the difference between these two. The first one is the implementation of a ready program. The second one is the development of a new program. Kazakhstan is becoming really active in this action, but it's not that popular as CBHE. So far, we have only one full partner in Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters and Erasmus Mundus Design Measure. There is only one Kazakhstan university who is a full partner in AMGM. Do you have any guess which university it is from Kazakhstan?
Al-Farabi.
Sorry?
Al-Farabi.
No, not Al-Farabi. In Almaty, but the university is located in Almaty. Okay. Okay. So this university is KIMEP. KIMEP is the only partner in Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters. They have a program in Central Asian Studies. Um, and they offer this master's program within a current program, master's program, and they won this project. And starting from 2021, they have been accepting enrolling international students to their Central Asian Studies master's program, which means they receive funding for per each enrolled student. And again, in Erasmus Mundus design measure, we also have only one full partner, not partner, but the coordinator. Again, Kimup University in 2024 received a grant. They won Erasmus Mundus design measure grant, and they have already finished developing this green mass program, international masters in green economy management for arid and semi-arid climate zones. So far, as you have understood, we don't have any other full partners in Erasmus Mundus. So you can think about Erasmus Mundus as well, since the language of instruction at Nazarbayev University is English. You have the right infrastructure, and you have sufficient capacity to accept international students. So why not to think about Erasmus Mundus? When we talk about Erasmus Mundus, it is like both way opportunity. It's an opportunity for universities to offer their master's programs, but it's also a good opportunity for any individual who want to pursue master's degree to enter master's degree program in European universities. So any Kazakhstani graduate alumni can take part in Erasmus Mundus joint masters and get the scholarship. In Kazakhstan, we have very high numbers of EMGM scholarship recipients. In 2025, there were 47 scholarship recipients. And by the way, the majority of these scholarship recipients are NU graduates. And look at the numbers in Central Asia as a whole. Yeah, and you can see the gap, this difference between Kazakhstan and other countries' numbers of scholarship recipients. So this again tells a lot about the quality of our young people and graduates, I think. So the last action now, which is again available to any higher education institution, is Jean Monnet. You've probably know about Jean Monnet. He's considered to be the founder of European Union. That's why the project was initiated under his name. So the key like aim of Jean Monnet projects is to promote EU studies, best practices in European Union studies. In Jean Monnet, we have three directions: module, chairs, and center of excellence. So module is about developing a course or a module related to EU studies, and you teach 40 hours of this course per academic year. And you get the funding, 35,000 euro. That's like on top of your regular salary. Chair, when you again develop this course module related to the EU studies, but you have a bigger number of hours that you need to teach, minimum 90 hours of this module, you need to teach at your university. And also we have Center of Excellence when the university becomes a host, establishes a center of competence where EU studies are promoted. So again, some statistics. We are very active in Jean Monnet as well, but again, the competition in Jean Monnet is really high. And last year, unfortunately, we had only 1% success rate. There were 97 applications submitted. The only one of them out of them was selected. The project proposal should be really highly competitive in order to get the funding. Central Asia again, like Uzbekistan is very active in Jean Monnet. They have 15 projects funded. We have 14, and much less in other Central Asian countries. Let's see the universities that took part in these Jean Monnet projects. The leader is Karaganda University Kaspa Trepsayuz. They almost every year wins Jean Monnet module. We also have Eurasian National University, KIMEP, Maksut Nerikpayev University is the only one university who was selected last year, actually. And also we have here your university as well. Nazarbayev University was part of the Jean Monnet network in 2023. If you're thinking about what topics you could offer as Jean Monnet model, of course, it depends on your direction. You can amend, modify your current course under Jean Monnet module. How to do it? You can see the topics of these modules. The sense is to add EU part. Let's see the first project, Alteren, EU Center of Excellence for Alternative Energy. Someone won on digital culture and higher education, a European perspective, the EU migration policy. So all these topics have something related to EU, yeah, the EU policy or practice, experience of EU. So the key of these Jean Monnet projects is to develop a course related to the European Union. So you have EU everywhere here, okay? Now we are done with all these four projects, four actions. So first we discussed with you ICM. It's about student, staff, faculty mobility. In order to take part in ICM, you need to approach your international cooperation department, or you can also talk individually to your partners from the European higher education institutions and ask if they are active in ICM, in Erasmus Plus, and most of them are active in Erasmus Plus. If they are active, then you can ask them to include your school, your university into their project proposals. The second one was capacity building in higher education, CBHE. You can take part in CBHE, of course, as a partner, as a coordinator. But since you already have very good experience in CBHE projects, maybe it's high time to think about becoming a grant holder, a coordinator. In Erasmus Mundus, this action is usually recommended to very, very experienced in Erasmus Plus universities. So you might start thinking about Erasmus Mundus, developing a new master's program or implementing a ready-to-go master's program with the European universities. And the last one, Jean Monnet, is the easiest action actually, because in Jean Monnet you don't need a consortium of European universities. For Jean Monnet, you apply as Nazarbayev University. That's it. You don't need any consortium. You don't need to involve any European higher education institution in Jean Monnet. Therefore, we usually recommend Jean Monnet to newcomers, those universities who want to start their Erasmus Plus journey. Positive trends starting from 2023, you have already understood from those diagrams that the activity level is rising. We have very good high percentage of activity level from Kazakhstani universities in Jean Monnet, in capacity building higher education. But of course, we do have aspects that need improvement. I will not list all of these aspects, but I would focus your attention on the last one, quality of project proposals. As you have noticed, the competition is growing not only in the global competition, but in the regional context as well. Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, and other countries are becoming really, really competitive in some actions, like in CBHE and Jean Monnet. Therefore, we are now focusing our work not only on promoting Erasmus Plus program, but I would like to work more with universities on strengthening the quality of your project proposals. So how your project proposals evaluated? There are four criteria for any of the actions, regardless whether it's Jean Monnet or Erasmus Mundus or CBHE. So the very first criteria is the relevance. And in the project proposal form, you start your proposal with this part, relevance. So any CBHE or Jean Monnet project proposal should have a real need for this project. You should justify why you think that this project is really needed to your university. So how do you justify it? You can conduct an audit of your current programs. You can have some surveys. You can have questionnaires or interviews with your students if there is any gap in your educational programs. So you should have really, really strong justification to justify the need to develop this project. The second one is quality of your project design and implementation. What methodology are you using in your project proposal? What work packages you have in your project proposal? How you will implement your project? The third one is quality of partnership and cooperation, especially in Erasmus Mundus and in CBHE, whom you have included into your consortium and why. Why you included, let's say, Wismar University from Germany? Why exactly this university? So you need to justify the choice of your partners in the consortium as well. And the fourth criteria is, of course, sustainability, impact, and dissemination of the results. And these three words are like favorite words of the European Commission, and they want to see these words in your project proposal. By sustainability, we mean how you'll make sure that the results of your project will continue even after the funding ends. Yeah, let's say you have developed a new program under CBG project. The project lasts for 3 or 4 years, and once the project finishes, what will happen to your program that you developed under the Erasmus Plus project? So, of course, you need to make sure that your program will continue, that the enrollment of students will continue, and so on and so forth. That's what is meant by sustainability. Impact, what impact the project will have on individuals, on your institutions, on the national system of higher education. And of course, dissemination, how you will spread the information about your project. So these are the four criteria that your project proposal will be evaluated. Threshold scores, we have threshold scores for each component, but this is like you don't need to bother about this at this stage. Yeah, that's closer to the call opening. So recommendations for project proposals. If Nazarbayev University or NUSOM thinks about developing a project proposal, let's say under the CBHE or Jean Monnet, doesn't matter. Of course, the very first step that I would like to recommend is to read the Erasmus Plus program guide. This is a program guide that is published on an annual basis, closer to the opening of the call, usually in late November, and we post it on our website as well. So this guide is really, really content-rich and comprehensive guide, which gives you all the information about each of the action. If you're writing Jean Monnet proposal, what are the expected outcomes? What is the expected impact of your Jean Monnet module or chair? If you're writing about CBHE, what results you should have by the end of the project? So I strongly recommend to familiarize yourselves with the program guides before you even start thinking about applying for a project. The second thing, of course, is to know the general picture, what is happening in the European Union, where the EU is heading, where is it moving to. For that, you need to read some strategic documents. We have here European Commission priorities for 24-29, Union of Skills. There is a separate strategic document on inclusion and diversity, a separate document on digital education action plan. Let's say if you are writing a project proposal related to AI, for instance, you should definitely read this document. So you should have this general picture of the European Union and what topics are trendy right now in the European Union. So it's very crucial to understand this. Then in the actual program guide, there is a very good section on barriers. It is very welcomed in any like European Union project proposals to involve students, let's say, with special needs, students who face economic barriers or social barriers or cultural barriers. Let's say your program will include international students, will include students from families with many children or from low income families. So if you have these students in your as your target audience, then target group, then it will be good. Use buzzwords. As I have already mentioned, there are words that the European Commission wants to see in your project proposal. Yeah, the words like phrases like institutional commitment, added value, quality assurance, risk management, dissemination, and so on and so forth. Then what else? In strand 2, as I have mentioned, please make sure to include non-academic partners. And in strand 3 of CBHE, the participation of the ministry is mandatory. And since now we have AI, very transformative reform in AI, many people, many universities started to use AI in writing their project proposals. It's not prohibited, of course, but please be very cautious when you use AI. You can use it for to get some general guidance, yeah, to give you some steps or maybe some helpful information, but do not copy and paste everything from AI. In that case, your proposal will be rejected immediately. So that's for you to know. So how to start your Erasmus Plus journey? As I've mentioned, review the Erasmus Plus program guide. Then familiarize yourself with the projects that already received funding. Yeah, and for that you can use Project Results platform. It's a platform of the European Commission where you see all the projects that received funding. In order not to duplicate some topics, please make sure that you familiarize yourself with this platform. Then, of course, watch our info sessions. I held personally many info sessions on how to strengthen the quality of CBG project proposals. I held info sessions separately on Jean Monnet action as well. So please watch the recordings of these sessions. And maybe the toughest part in your Erasmus Plus project journey is to develop an idea, the concept of your project proposal. Yeah. So you now have plenty of time to get ready for the next call, because next call will start in late November, and before that you have enough time to think about the idea, about the project proposal topic that you'd like to develop a project proposal on. Define the strength of the project of CBHE, as I mentioned, and remember that your CBHE project might be national, regional, or cross-regional. National when you have EU and Kazakhstani universities only. So in any CBHE project, EU partners are compulsory. They should be in any consortium. Okay, that's by default. Regional, when in addition to Kazakhstan, you include other Central Asian countries. Let's say you include Uzbek universities or Kyrgyz universities, Tajik or Turkmen. Then in that case, it will be a regional project. But if you include countries from other regions, like Western Balkans or neighborhood east, like Azerbaijan, Georgia, Ukraine, then your project will be cross-regional. Therefore, once you are clear with your topic, you should also think about the type of the project, whether your project will be national, regional, or cross-regional. Then you should link your project idea with the regional priority. Yeah, we remember from the previous slides that we have 4 priorities: Green Deal, digital transformation, sustainable growth and jobs, and global gateway. So you have to select regional priority, set up a project consortium, and of course, prepare and submit the proposal in advance. I'll show you the timeline. So for all actions of the Erasmus Plus program, the call starts in late November. For ICM, the proposal is submitted by European University. For capacity building higher education, you can be a coordinator as well. Erasmus Mundus and Jean Monnet. And the deadline is usually mid or late February. Here you see the this year's deadlines that we had. And then we get the selection outcomes in July, August. Right now, we are anticipating the results of the call 2026. Probably, hopefully, we'll have more grant holders in CBG. So that's it. Some useful links, program guides. You probably know that all project proposals are submitted online, and this portal is called FTOP, Funding and Tenders Opportunities Portal. You don't need to print out anything. You submit your proposal online. You once you are selected, you sign your grant agreement also online, and you do reporting online. Therefore, this online manual, FTOP online manual, is very useful. Some other links as well. Then these are our contact details. All these links are clickable. We have our website, our address, corporate email. We are very active on social media, so follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Telegram, and we have a dedicated Google Drive folder where we keep all our materials from our events. Furthermore, I'm starting our gallery, some pictures from our projects, ongoing projects, AgroCAS. So any CBG project has its learning and teaching component when European universities come to Kazakhstan and conduct those trainings, and when our Kazakhstan university, go there to exchange best practices and experience. So Croatia, this one was in Kostanay. They were opening a laboratory within this CBG project. And I forgot to mention that within any CBG project, you can also have a budget for your laboratory. Well, I'm sure that NU has enough laboratories, but in case it's needed for your project, you can budget laboratory as well, equipment. This is Bernica project, a medical project on nutrition and dietetics. Kickoff meeting was in Almaty. One of their partners is from Turkey, so they had a meeting there as well. This is our colleague from International School of Medicine. Maybe you know him, Kengesh Jusupov, International School of Medicine in Kyrgyzstan. He is very, very experienced in Erasmus Plus projects. His proposals are selected from the very beginning, so you can cooperate with him as well if you know him. This project was on water diplomacy in Uzbekistan, in Almaty, Text for Future. So many, many projects. We have some Jean Monnet projects as well here, students who took this Jean Monnet module. And here you can see our students on Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters. The beauty of this program is that students change their countries each semester. For instance, they take the first semester in Germany, the second semester in Italy, the third semester is in France. So it's a very mobile master's program. So if you're interested, you can pass this information to your students, of course, and they can try it themselves. And we also have so-called HERE team, Higher Education Reform Experts team. This is a pool of experts that promote various reforms in the system of higher education in Kazakhstan. We have here ministry officials, representatives, and representatives of higher education institutions. And jointly with this group, we hold many, many events. These are the events that we already held at different universities. We held a seminar on inclusive higher education, mission and values. That was a HERE seminar, recognition of qualification. We held it at Nazarbayev University actually last year. At Nazarbayev, at one of the ballrooms you have. Then our last event was in May this year. It was a regional info day and conference on AI in higher education, and some of colleagues who is attending today's event attended this event. So thank you for that. So if you subscribe to our channels, you will see all these news from our office. So that's it. I'm sorry I took almost 50 minutes. So I do understand that there was too much information for you. Maybe you need some time to digest and internalize this information. But let me give you some specific recommendations, yeah, in these four actions. So the first action was international credit mobility. So Nazarbayev University is doing very well in ICM. If you're interested, again, you approach the international department, but also you can work individually with your colleagues from the European countries that are active in Erasmus Plus in ICM, and start them a new partnership. Yeah, once you have this new partnership, your students can take part in the credit mobility projects. In capacity building in higher education, your university took part in four projects, and I think Axelet was the one that involved School of Medicine. So you have some experience in CBHE, and now you can start thinking about acting as a grant holder, as a coordinator in CBHE project. Yeah. This presentation, the recommendations that you saw by the end of the presentation might be useful for you if you want to start planning submitting a project proposal. Erasmus Mundus might be a bit premature for you, but again, this is up to you. If you have strong partners from the European Union, and if you have some ideas to develop a new master's program, then you can also think about Erasmus Mundus. Jean Monnet is very simple, but the only thing, the only challenge is that the competition is really high. For Jean Monnet, the profile of a faculty member who is proposing Jean Monnet model should be really, really strong and related to the EU studies. So now, before November, you have plenty of time. First, to identify the project type that you would like to apply for. And then, if you're applying for capacity building higher education, it's high time to think about the topic, the strand, the type of the project, and the consortium. Yeah. So that's it from my side. I think I'm ready for your questions if you have. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, Laura. This was very informative. And indeed, there was a lot of information, but it was very well structured. So,
Thanks.
so colleagues, do you have questions? I'm sure they're just overwhelmed. Laura,
May I have one question?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. First of all, Laura, very nice to see you today, and thank you very much for your wonderful, very clear presentation. My only question is regarding the consortium. Is there a number of how many universities should be? If you can elaborate on that.
Yeah, very good question. Thank you, Roshan. So for the CBHE consortium, the minimum requirement is the following. You need to have at least two higher education institutions from two different countries. Let's say one from Italy, another one from Spain, for instance. So two countries, European countries, coming with at least one higher education institution. Then, if your project is a national project, you need to have at least two Kazakhstani higher education institutions. Yeah, but this is a minimum. Usually, in practice, we include more Kazakh universities, let's say 6 Kazakh universities and 3 partners from the European Union. The only requirement is that the number of EU partners should not be more than non-EU partners. Okay, so you should have more Kazakh and third countries not associated to the program rather than EU countries. But the minimum requirement, again, is 2 European universities from 2 different countries of Europe and 2 Kazakh universities. If you make your project or a regional, then each country comes to your consortium with 2 universities. Kyrgyzstan, 2 Kyrgyz universities should be in the consortium. If you add Uzbekistan, then they are coming as well with 2 universities. Okay. If your project is cross-regional, let's say you add Georgia, Ukraine, then each of these countries again come to your consortium with at least 2 universities each.
Thank you. Thank you. It's clear.
Thank you.
Laura,
Yeah.
question to you. Once you mentioned, thank you for encouraging us to act as coordinators. Now, the question here is, how crucial is that to have this experience in managing big projects in the past? Does it actually, I mean, like, because would it be a disadvantage if we didn't have any experience in managing such kind of projects in the past, but during the selection process, I mean?
Yeah, that's a good question. Usually, coordinators or grant holders are those higher education institutions who have at least participated in 2 or 3 projects as partners. Yeah, so which you already have. I mentioned that we have now only 2 grant holders from Kazakhstan, Kokshetau Ulyakhanov University. So if you saw their like history, they were part of many projects before they became a coordinator. The same relates to Nazarbayev Iskastan Technical University, 3 or 4 projects already. So yes, in order to become a grant holder or coordinator, you need to have a very good experience in participating in CBG projects as a partner. Because for the European Commission, it's also a very big risk if they see that a newcomer who have never participated in Erasmus Plus projects submits the proposal as a coordinator. It's a very risky for the European Commission and for the university itself. So that's why you act, submit as a grant holder or coordinator only if you think that you are ready enough, that you have sufficient capacity to do that.
And thank you so much. Thank you. And also just one last question. It's regarding the this audit or needs assessment. Before we actually, just to show the relevance and the actual need, do we have a specific format how to do it? Or is it entirely up to the institution and the team to decide?
Yeah, there is no like strict rule on that. It's up to you how you will identify the need. But I have mentioned only those usual practices that our universities use. Surveys, questionnaires. You can also relate to findings, research findings, or to the reports of the World Bank, I don't know, of our local ministry. So use all materials and sources that you have.
Thank you. So this needs assessment has to actually take place across all the partners, institutions. I mean,
exactly.
I see.
Actually, you have to justify the needs at an institutional level, then at a country level as well.
I see. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. And we have raised hand.
Is it? Hi, this is me, Yan here, Laura. Thank you again for this very informative session. And I want to echo what Lizard have also said, that you have elegantly put together a very dense Erasmus various projects to us that we can apply for. One thing that you mentioned was this Bernica project. I remember I heard about it very maybe a while ago. Is it possible to find out who is the coordinator or is this on the website? Because usually there's just a very generic, is there some way that we can get in touch with some of these colleagues?
Yeah, let me check and go back to this project. Yes, the coordinator is International Higher School of Medicine Institution, Kyrgyzstan. The person that I showed you in the picture, Kenesh Jusupov. But if you go click on this title of the project, you go to a more like detailed information about the project. Can you see my screen, or are you? Is it still on the?
It's still on the
presentation?
table. It's still on the
okay.
table.
Let me then. Now you see it, yeah? Well, if you click on the, do you see the F-top now, the portal?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Is
So
this a project has already ended? Yeah. Yeah, it has ended in January. Okay.
Yes. So the coordinating university is this one, Kyrgyzstan University, and it has its website. You can search their website and receive more information. And also you can see the list of all partners. As
Okay.
Uzbekistan. You see from Europe, they were Austria, Turkey. two European universities, Austria and Turkey. And that was a regional project because you see, apart from Kazakhstan, they had Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan.
Oh, that's excellent. Yeah, very good. So
Yeah.
we have something in mind that we want to follow up on this if and I think these are good partners that we can contact. So you mentioned there was this one of the key PI who lead this project. What's the name again? Is because I think it's a Kazakh. Is it a Kazakh name or because I couldn't quite get the full name of this person. Sorry.
It's Kyrgyz, Kenesh Jusupov.
Is it possible for you to either
Yeah, let
email
me
or put it in
write
the
it.
message? Yeah, thank you so much. And again, I want to thank Liza and her team for organizing this very, very good and informative session. In fact, as you said, you're sitting in Astana, and we should invite you over in person sometime as well to meet us. It'll be nice.
Yeah, I'm coming to you actually in October, I think, for your conference.
Are you?
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Which
Yeah.
conference is this?
It's
This is
transforming medical education in Central Asia, and Laura
okay.
will be participating to plenary meeting as a
Excellent.
key speaker, and
Okay.
will be conducting a workshop together with Maastricht University.
Excellent. That's very good. Look forward to meeting you then. Thanks very much, Laura.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions from colleagues?
Hello, Laura. Can I ask you one question?
Sure.
Okay, thank you very much. So, very informative, a lot of information. So in order to kind of apply for a project as definitely along with collaborations with other universities, right? So here, should we have some specific formal collaboration at university level, or is it enough for just scientists to collaborate with each other and then bring this up? Or should we have some kind of formal collaboration?
It's not mandatory to have some formal collaboration, let's say a memorandum of understanding or everything else. But if you have this formal collaboration by the time of the application, then you can mention that in the project proposal form, because this will show that these partners are not new for you, that you already have some ongoing cooperation. Okay? So if you have, it's good. If you don't have, then it's also okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Then my second question is, you're saying that Erasmus months and that master program, right? So you've mentioned that at some point there will be funding for each students that has been kind of involved in this. So which means that the funding will go to the university who is kind of participating as part of this project, right?
Yeah,
So can we, so for example, if we have existing master program, so should we kind of make that as part of Erasmus Mons, or should we have to start a new program?
Well, it's up to you. That's why they have like two choices. If you have a ready-to-go program, master's program, then you can apply under Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters (EM/JM). But for that, you need to find a consortium of European universities that is offering the program, where you could offer your part as part of this program. Okay. And the second one, Erasmus Mundus Design Measure, you use it in case you want to develop a new program from scratch. But again, you need European universities to do that. And yes, you receive funding, and you can use this funding for all expenses related to the implementation of the project, your salary, maybe equipment, your marketing, and business trips, training, teaching, and everything else.
Okay, great. Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I think we don't have any other questions. Once again, thank you very much, Lazat, for initiating and organizing this session.
Thank you.
And you have my presentation. You can circulate it among our participants, and we'll post it on our website as well. The recording will be posted on our website as well.
Thank you so much, Laura. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, colleagues.
And we're looking forward to see you soon again.
Yeah. Thank
We'll
you.
be in touch.
Likewise.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.